Have you had the experience that anxiety came up in your body when faced with something new or unexpected? Maybe by a job change, a move, or even just a shift in your daily routine? Recognizing that feeling of resistance, that inner voice whispering, stay safe, stay the same, you're not alone. You're one of many. And as human beings, we often navigate so many roles and responsibilities, and the idea of throwing a wrench into the familiar can feel overwhelming. But what if I told you that there's a powerful force in the cosmos that's all about shaking things up, pushing you beyond your comfort zones, and ultimately leading you to incredible breakthroughs? Today, we're going to explore that force, embodied by the magnetic attraction of the planet Uranus, and how understanding its energy can help you to overcome your fear of change and embrace the exciting possibilities that lie ahead. Get ready for some deeper insights and several aha moments. Step into the world of mental health and astrology, where the inner and outer universes of our lives meet. I'm Sander de Bot, and as a therapist and astrologer for more than 20 years, I've come to appreciate those subtle yet powerful connections between energies. It's truly meaningful to see you here. Each week, we'll reflect on how astrological insights and greater self-awareness can offer new perspectives on life's challenges, strengthen the bonds we share, and nurture our inner peace. The Personal Transformation series invites you to delve into the depth of mental health with a special chapter dedicated to understanding its connection with the celestial rhythms. The Visual Storytelling series you're watching now will allow you to contemplate the deeper astrological influences, visually illustrating how planets and signs shape your mental and emotional states. Opportunities for personal reflection and growth with mental health exercises await you in both series. This week, our focus for contemplation is Uranus and its connection to overcoming the fear of change. So create a cozy space, perhaps with a comforting drink, and let's explore the cosmos within and around us. Now, you might be thinking, Uranus, isn't that the planet way out there? Yes, it is. In astrology, Uranus is often associated with sudden change, innovation, rebellion, and breakthroughs. It's the planet that gets us out of our old habits and pushes us towards the new and unexpected. When we talk about the fear of change, we're often talking about a resistance to the unknown, a clinging to the familiar even if it no longer serves us. Understanding Uranus' energy can provide a powerful framework for understanding why change happens and how we can learn to navigate it with more ease and even excitement. This is not about forcing change, but about understanding the natural cycles of life and how to work with them to foster personal growth and mental well-being. In this video, we'll first delve into the symbolism behind Uranus in astrology, exploring what it truly represents. Then we'll look at the differences between healthy and imbalanced expressions of this energy, helping you to identify where you might be experiencing challenges. We'll also connect these themes to the bigger picture of your mental and emotional health. And finally, we'll do a practical exercise to help you connect with Uranus energy and start shifting your perspective on change. So stick around because there are some real sudden insights coming your way. In modern astrology, Uranus rules the zodiac sign of Aquarius. In the traditional or Hellenistic astrology, the outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, were not known and by that not used. At Mental Health and Astrology, we will use those planets and their symbolic meanings, but they don't rule signs. Nevertheless, they are important when we search in the depths of our minds, and they do have a clear connection with the sign that's used in modern astrology. Another important point to mention, while we have some sort of control over the ways in how we use the energy from the inner planets like the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Saturn, the energy of the outer planets is not something that we can control, but they are rather energies that happen to us where we need to find a way to adapt to it. We will go more in depth into this topic about control in the future. Okay, Back to Uranus and Aquarius. Think of Aquarius as the visionary, the innovator, the humanitarian. It's all about thinking outside the box, challenging the status quo, and embracing individuality. So, in a natural way, Uranus carries these qualities. It's about breaking free from old structures and limitations, both internal and external. At its core, Uranus represents the energy of sudden insights or awakening, breakthroughs, and originality. It's like a lightning bolt of inspiration that can strike at any moment, bringing with it unexpected opportunities or challenges. Uranus is about liberation, freeing yourself from anything that's holding you back, whether it's limiting beliefs, outdated habits, or even unhealthy relationships. It's the planet of innovation and progress, urging you to embrace new technologies, new ideas, and new ways of being. Think of Uranus as the cosmic disruptor, the force that pushes you to evolve and become your most authentic self. A key takeaway here is that Uranus reminds us that stagnation is not natural. Growth often requires us to step outside our comfort zone and embrace the unpredictable. And Uranus will be very willingly to do so in its own way. Let's look at how Uranus energy might manifest depending on the zodiac sign it's transiting or when it sits in your birth chart, which is a snapshot of the sky at your time of birth. Uranus in Aries. Aries is a fire sign known for its impulsiveness, courage, and pioneering spirit. When Uranus transits or is placed in Aries in your chart, the energy of change can feel very sudden and action-oriented. You might experience a strong urge to break free from limitations and take immediate actions on new ideas, even if it feels a little scary. Mentally and emotionally, this can manifest as a burst of inspiration and a desire to assert your independence. However, an imbalanced expression might lead to impulsive decisions without thinking things through, or a rebellious attitude simply for the sake of it. The aha moment here might be recognizing that sudden urges for change can be powerful catalysts, but it's important to channel that energy constructively. Uranus in Cancer. Cancer is a water sign associated with emotions, home, and security. When Uranus transits or is placed in Cancer, the energy of change can feel more unsettling on an emotional level. You might experience unexpected shifts in your family life, your living situation, or your feelings of security. Mentally, this can bring about a need to redefine what home and comfort mean to you. Emotionally, it can feel like your foundations are being shaken, which can trigger fear and anxiety. The aha moment here could be by realizing that even when change feels emotionally disruptive, it can ultimately lead to a more authentic and fulfilling sense of belonging. But it requires us to be flexible and adaptable in our emotional needs. It's important to remember that these are general descriptions. Your individual natal chart is a complex mix of planetary placements and aspects, and a professional astrologer can provide a much more nuanced interpretation. However, understanding the basic principles of Uranus can still offer valuable insights into your own relationship with change. When Uranus energy is balanced, it can be a powerful force for positive transformation in your mental and emotional well-being. Embracing innovation. You become more open to new ideas, technologies, and ways of thinking. You are not afraid to experiment and try something different, which can lead to exciting discoveries and solutions. Authenticity and individuality. You feel a stronger connection to your true self and are less concerned with fitting in or following the crowd. You embrace your unique quirks and express yourself authentically, leading to greater self-acceptance and confidence. Breaking free from limitations. You have the courage to challenge limiting beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you. You are willing to step outside your comfort zone and pursue new opportunities, leading to personal growth and a sense of liberation. Future-oriented thinking. You develop a visionary mindset and are excited about the possibilities the future holds. You're not stuck in the past, but are actively creating a future that aligns with your values and aspirations. Adaptability and resilience. You become more flexible and able to navigate unexpected changes with greater ease. You see challenges as opportunities for growth and are more resilient in the face of adversity. When Uranus energy is imbalanced, it can manifest in more challenging ways. Resistant to change. You might become rigid and resistant to any kind of disruption, even if it's ultimately beneficial. This can lead to feelings of being stuck, frustrated, and anxious about the inevitable changes in life. Impulsive and erratic behavior. You might act on sudden urges without thinking things through, leading to instability and regret. This can manifest as impulsive decisions in relationships, career, or finances. Feeling unstable and anxious. The constant feeling of potential upheaval can lead to chronic anxiety and a sense of being on edge. You might struggle to find a sense of grounding and security. Rebelliousness without a cause. You might feel a need to rebel against authority or tradition simply for the sake of it, without a clear purpose or positive outcome. This can create unnecessary conflict in your relationships and life. Fear of the unexpected. You might develop an intense fear of anything new or unpredictable, leading to avoidance behaviors and a reluctance to embrace new experiences. An imbalanced or disturbing Uranian energy can lead to increased stress, anxiety, and a feeling of being out of control. It can hinder personal growth and prevent you from embracing new opportunities that could lead to greater fulfillment. Cultivating this Uranian energy allows you to navigate change with greater confidence and excitement. It fosters innovation, authenticity, and a sense of freedom, leading to a more dynamic and fulfilling life. Let's connect these themes. Uranus energy at its core is about evolution. It's the force that pushes you to break free from the past and step into a new future. When we resist change, we often resisting our own growth and potential. Think about those times in your life when you've experienced significant shifts. Perhaps that career change, the end of a relationship, or a move to a new place. And while these transitions might have been challenging or even difficult, they often led to new perspectives, new opportunities, and ultimately a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Uranus reminds us that change is not something to be feared of, but rather an inherent part of your life's journey, a catalyst for your personal evolution and mental well-being. The key takeaway here is to learn to become more comfortable with the uncomfortable. This doesn't mean seeking out chaos, but rather developing a mindset of openness and adaptability. When you feel that familiar resistance to change creeping in, try to notice it without judgment. Ask yourself, what am I truly afraid of? Is this fear based on past experiences or assumptions about the future? Often, simply acknowledging the fear can lessen its power. Practice flexibility in your daily life. Try a new route to work, experiment with a new recipe, or start a conversation with someone you don't know. Small acts of embracing the unfamiliar can build big changes. Think about a time when technology changed rapidly. Remember when smartphones first became mainstream? There was likely some initial resistance for many, but eventually we adapted and now we can't imagine a life without them. We see the same thing happening now with AI. Or consider a shift in your workplace, a new manager, a new process. While initially disruptive, these changes can often lead to new skills and opportunities you wouldn't have otherwise encountered. Even within ourselves, when our perspectives and beliefs evolve over time. This internal shift is also a manifestation of Uranus' influence, pushing us to grow and expand our understanding of ourselves and the world. Ultimately, Uranus offers a hopeful perspective. It reminds us that even when things feel uncertain, change often brings with it the potential for exciting new beginnings and breakthroughs. By learning to work with this powerful energy, you can move through life with more grace, resilience, and a sense of anticipation for the wonderful, unexpected surprises that might be just around the corner. Today, we'll use the Inner Resilience Heart-Centered Meditation so that we can learn to embrace changes when we experience these mental breakthroughs. This meditation focuses on connecting with inner strength and self-compassion to trust your inner resources and counteracting self-doubt when it comes to sudden changes. It's a heart-centered approach, fostering kindness towards oneself when feeling vulnerable or fearful due to change. Here's how to do it. Sit or lie down comfortably and close your eyes. Place one or both hands gently over your heart space in the center of your chest. Take a few breaths, directing your awareness to the gentle rise and fall of your chest under your hands. Feel the warmth of your hands. Bring to mind a time when you successfully navigated a challenge or change in the past, no matter how small. Remember your strength, your ability to cope, and how you got through it. Feel that sense of resilience in your body. Now think about the current change or uncertainty you are facing. Acknowledge any fear or discomfort you feel without judgment, perhaps noticing it in your body. Direct kindness and compassion towards these feelings. Silently repeat phrases to yourself like, "Let me be kind to myself in this moment. It's okay to feel uncertain. I am capable of facing this." Imagine a gentle, warm light expanding from your heart space, filling your entire chest, then your arms, your head, and your legs. And this light represents your inner strength, resilience, and self-compassion. Rest in this feeling of inner warmth and strength for a few minutes, trusting that you have the resources within you to meet whatever comes. When ready, take a final gentle breath and open your eyes, carrying this feeling of resilience with you. This exercise aims to connect with inner strength and past resilience, cultivate self-compassion towards the fear of change, build trust in one's capacity to cope, and foster a sense of inner safety. I would love to hear your thoughts on this exercise. What insights did you gain? What fears did you uncover? Share your experience in the comments below. Thanks for walking with me on this journey into the astrology of our mind with this week Uranus and its way of igniting breakthroughs and challenging our comfort zones. We've seen how Uranus symbolizes sudden change, innovation and liberation, and how understanding its energy can help us to overcome our fear of the unknown. Join me as we explore the ins and outs of mental health with all its twists and turns on one side to the fascinating energy of the planets on the other side. My goal is to raise a sense of connection, understanding and empowerment in your daily life. If today's message resonated, then please share your thoughts in the comments. Let's build a conversation. New here? A big welcome and let's create a community. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to ensure you never miss out on mental health insights. Together, we can navigate life's ups and downs with clarity and compassion. Remember, Uranus is the planet of awakening and change. It encourages us to embrace the unexpected, challenge our limitations and step into our authentic selves. By understanding its energy, we can shift our perspective on change from something to be feared to an opportunity for growth and breakthrough. What are your biggest takeaways from today's video? What changes are you currently navigating? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Next week we will discuss the influence of Neptune, so be sure to tune in again. In the meantime, check this video about Saturn and your inner critic, where Saturn's structure helped us define what we need to feel secure with boundaries, while Uranus helps us to break free from those structures when they become limiting. And Neptune, that shows us that there are no boundaries at all. Or is that an illusion? So, it's a must-see to understand those borders and limits. And please remember, astrology, it's a wonderful guide, but it's your own choice that shapes your path. Take care of your heart and mind, stay healthy, see you next week. And check this video about Saturn, see you there in a second.